All righty, and we are live. So happy Sunday. I got Miss Allison here. Allison was in charge yesterday. I had to take a step
You
back.
got to stop saying that.
She was in charge with a zero budget. So Allison, tell us what did we do yesterday?
Okay. So yesterday was our Project Bleed Kit distribution. We got grant funding from the Lion Foundation to distribute 500 kits to all surrounding counties here. That's the Nowata, Osage, Washington County, all first responders in the area, to supply them with life-saving supplies. So we actually found out last night. Sorry, we're getting into this already, but this is the whole reason why we do this is
Yeah.
that we found out today that a kit was used that we distributed yesterday. It was used last night, and so now we're up to 8 lives saved.
Yep.
So they actually just came and we just met with him and gave him a new kit to replenish what he used. So he can keep out there, keep doing what he's doing.
Yep. Yeah, and that's pretty well how it plays out. The phone call that I was taking was it was kind of the opposite, where somebody was sharing the story that a lot of them are told, "Here's your kit. Do not use this unless you are dying from the first responder," because they're so used to this is the only one you're going to get in your entire career.
Yeah.
Versus that officer got, I mean, they got a kit. We've already replaced the kit. Less than 24 hours from
The need was there already. Yeah.
So that's 8 lives at this point that we've been able to save just through deploying tourniquets out in the hands of first responders. So we put it's 500 kits total. And if you're watching this, you can ask questions or comment. We're kind of watching the screen so we can see your questions come through. But the 500 kits went out, and it was through every first responder that showed up yesterday for Osage County, Washington County, and Nowata County. And then at the end, we also put 40 kits at Washington County Sheriff's Office, Bartlesville Police, and Bartlesville Fire. We've hit those agencies pretty heavy, but it was a Bartlesville officer last night.
They need them. Yeah.
Yep. So,
and that's all done because of the donor funds that you guys have been giving us. So we are getting the name out there. People are recognizing us. They know about us. We're getting requests in like crazy. We've gotten in some just from yesterday from people finding out more about us. I had multiple people come with me that don't even know I'm associated with this organization. And they've said, I just found out about this Project Tribute, and they don't even know who they're talking to. And so I'll start telling them about it. But like I said, the need is there, and it's just the funding behind it. So we have this text bleed kit set up to where you can text the word bleed kit to 918-856-3977. And I think we've got it on the screen here too. Yep. And you can set up donations through there. I set up a reoccurring, like every month you can donate $5, $10, something like that. You could just do a one-time donation. But that's really where we're at now because the need is there. And we serve everywhere here local, here in Oklahoma. We've gone outside of the states. I mean, really, if it's a life-saving item that you're needing funding, that's the whole reason why we exist, is to help supply that. So that's where we're at now. After that successful launch of getting those bleed kits in the hand of the first responders here, we are needing some more funding for even more, because just because we did that, it didn't stop. So there's more constantly coming in. We have a board full of requests that are in right now.
Yeah, so kind of what I do is that we just go in order, and then we go in order of the requests being submitted to us. Also, that some of the requests are much more they need it now. So the current request on deck is for K County, 136 of these bleed kits, and so to fundraise for that, we're shooting for the exact cost is $5,848 is what we need to be able to fulfill the K County request.
Is that how much we pay, or that's how much they would pay if they went in and got it?
No, so that's
we get a discount.
Yeah, that would be our price. So let me see.
And this is through Refuge Medical. They've partnered with us on this kit, so they're also here in the state of Oklahoma. I see you've already got the number there. So if K County went to go buy, because they have to buy all these kits themselves if they want these, and it was almost $8,500 if they got it. Yeah,
$8,432 is what.
Yeah, that's nuts.
What they would have paid for the exact same number. So that's the beauty of what we do, is that not only do we do it cheaper, but we do it in such a transparent way that if you were a donor and you said, "Hey, I'll give you the full 5,000, but I want you to show me where it went,"
yeah,
I would easily be able to.
Yes, absolutely.
So that's, one of the things that meant the most to me yesterday was talking with Mr. Kane. And I'm sure if he hears this and hears me saying Mr. Kane, he probably would be like, that's my dad. But was that he said this was one of the easiest organizations he's written a check to
Oh, yeah.
because of our
All the hoops.
transparency.
Yeah.
I mean, the Lion LYON Lion Foundation wrote us a check for $22,000, and we're going to be able to show them an invoice that
Mhm.
for $22,000. We kept nothing because that's not what we do.
Yeah.
It's a pretty terrible business model that we spend all the money we make to go put out there, but that's the beauty of us being volunteer driven is that
Yeah.
we don't need all the overhead.
Mhm.
So the text to donate's one way to donate.
Yep.
What are some other ways that we can donate?
Yep. There's some Facebook campaigns. There's a website that it's got a donate tab, very accessible and easy at our projecttribute.com website. How else is there?
So
I mean, PayPal, Venmo.
Yeah.
I mean, there's all kinds of
Yeah,
links you've got to set up. Any way you want to give, I
there's a
think John
bunch.
can make it happen.
Yeah, it really is terrifying how many ways that we've made. But if you go to the very bottom of our website, there's even extra links. But you've got the link to donate, where if you click, and it's further up in the website. But this will take you through the payment portal called Stripe. And you just put your email and your payment method. There's Apple Pay, Venmo, PayPal, credit card. But through the website, it's a secure portal as well as all the other methods.
And it sends you a confirmation for your tax deductible purposes because we're a nonprofit, so you can write that off.
Yeah. So currently, I've got I think there's probably 10 requests sitting on the printer that I haven't added to the website. So I think we're probably, because 2 of them were for firefighter hoses and then turnout, which would put us around $300,000 of need. And we just try to fill it in order as best we can.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
Yeah, the need is there. So people have found out about us, and we're here. We're providing these kits, and it's real. I mean, as soon as the money comes in, we're getting it out. We're not sitting on it. So we don't have any here in house to give out. So as soon as we get the funds, we're going to go order it and get it. How quick is the turnaround time usually? Does that depend on how big?
Yeah, it depends. Like, so the K County, that's one of our oldest requests. We've got some of the big requests are for ballistic shields, and I keep writing grants for those.
Yeah.
That's a really tough one because it's the shields that if we're going to provide it, needs to be a high quality.
Absolutely.
But I mean, that takes a lot of our funds, and so that's from the bleed kit. It's an easy one. K County, they put theirs in, I think it's in June. And for the most part, if you've put a request into us, if you don't see your department on our website, but you know that you've put a request, reach out to me. But I've scoured through that request list numerous times to make sure we don't miss anybody. But you're on our list until it gets fulfilled. And that's where the donors kind of come in. I mean, truly, we've got 60. We reached 6,500 followers yesterday on our Facebook page. You got to actually see that.
Yes, that was awesome. Yeah.
So if you figure that if every one of the 6,500 just did a $5 donation, we'd be able to fulfill all the requests that were pending from last year.
That'd be awesome.
We got a ton of requests coming in January of this year as well. But so I'm waiting on our 990. As soon as we get that, then we'll start writing grants. That'll be the next big push is grant writing. So if you work for a company, like the common ones that I've seen is Bank of Oklahoma, Target, Walmart. If you work for any kind of corporation that has grants, we also could use sponsors or somebody that's willing to go and let us put their name on the grant as kind of an internal sponsor. That really helps us. And again, the beauty of this is that whatever amount of money that is provided, we can show you exactly where that money went.
Yeah.
And that's just the beauty of the transparency.
Yeah, there's some people too. You have those Facebook campaigns, and they say they specifically want to give to this project. Oh, I know someone in this county or this department, and they'll specifically fund that request in. So that's available to you as well. If that's something you were interested in, we're happy to slap your name on it, like we did with the Lion Foundation. That's something they really wanted to get behind, and I mean, really, that's thanks to them and Refuge Medical because they fulfilled the difference. So it was both people working together, and it's because of them it happened. So
yeah, and again, all of the partnership, the Lion Foundation, the partnership with Refuge Medical, and then all the volunteers yesterday, all of that work last night yielded a life saved. Like that's the craziest thing. Or look at the trip to Georgia. That I saw that photo come across my timeline the other day, and I was like, that trip saved a life.
Wow.
So that's the really, I don't know. It's a powerful thing to be able to get behind a cause where not only is it transparent, exactly where the money's going, but it has the true ability to save a life and to show our first responders
Mhm.
support. I didn't realize how many people showed up yesterday. I saw your video and then I saw the news thing because I never stepped outside. And so I didn't realize like we
You're
had,
constantly telling people like tours and stuff. He was like always in the back room, like doing something.
yeah,
Yeah. How
yeah,
funny.
there was a lot of, there was a,
Yeah.
I wonder what somebody driving by would have thought was happening here yesterday.
I know because of all of the IMSAs and fire trucks and
Yeah.
Well, hopefully they knew. Hopefully they knew what was happening here because some people even came that were just regular civilians that just came to check it
Yeah.
out. And so,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. So there's other ways that you can support. Our shirt store is another big
Oh,
funder
yeah.
for us.
Yeah.
Really, kind of the neat thing is we've been averaging about 130, 128% of the funds we generate have gone to purchasing gear. So the extra over 100% of a donation is coming from the profit, for lack of a better term, from our store. So one of the things you actually had a great idea that we're going to start doing is if you come in and see one of our online shirts, we'll place the order for you here and just have it shipped to your house. That, and the reason we're going more toward an online method is just so I can tie or not have so much funds tied up into inventory.
Yeah.
That way I can use stuff for social media or more kits that we can put out in the field.
I mean,
So,
we have back stock of shirts from before we had the online store and the capacity that it's at. And so there are shirts you can walk out of here of the office with, but some people don't like buying things online. You want to see the quality, feel it. And especially for girls, oh, is this medium a true medium, or is it like a small medium type thing? So you can come in and you can look at the sizes that we have on the wall and you can order it right here in the shop. So,
and I'll put the,
and you're open every Saturday.
yep, for the most part, every Saturday. I am going to try to be better about taking some downtime. But our website's projecttribute.com. Everything about us is there, including our finances. So that's a solid way to make a purchase, to make a donation, or even just to reach out to us. On there, we've also got all of our social medias, so TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, our YouTube channel, our podcast, all of our
Twitch.
stuff.
I feel like that's it.
Twitch isn't on there yet.
Oh,
I mean, we're streaming
sorry.
from Twitch right now, but I just added it, so I haven't
Got it.
I haven't done the pretty side
Okay.
of this. So by the way, it dawned on me a couple times last night, but so we started really March of 2020 or
Mhm.
2021, and from March through January we have put $60,000 of gear in the field. Yesterday we did 30.
Wow.
So we're now at 8 lives saved,
Wow.
$90,000 of gear put in the field of first responders.
That's awesome. And with your help, we can make it 100,000 being put in the field.
Yeah.
Yep. This month.
Yeah,
That
we
would be
definitely.
awesome.
I mean, the text to donate was such a simple thing, especially if you
Yeah.
have, because like on my phone, it automatically put my card information in there.
Yeah.
So that made it really easy. Facebook is another pretty. It's actually a decent way to donate if you do your Facebook birthday fundraisers, or like I've got
Mhm.
one going for birthday fundraiser. Facebook gives us 100% of the money versus all the other platforms. They're going to do a credit card processing fee.
Mhm.
Facebook pays that processing fee for now, and so that's the neat thing. The only downside about Facebook is I don't know who donated. I just
Yeah.
get a check once a month for however much was put in there. But
But you can tell us and we'll keep track of it too. If you do need that tax deductible slip or anything like that, we can make that up for you.
Yep. So there's lots of ways to donate. And again, your donations help us go serve first responders. You can go on our website and see what agencies have put a request if you want to specifically donate to an agency,
Mhm.
or if you just want to make a donation. We've got several folks that have been just constant once a month sending checks. And we had a couple volunteers yesterday that they came through, and Miss Judy
Yeah.
came and she organized all the shirt racks for us.
Yeah.
Which
That was so helpful. That was nice.
I've stared at that project and procrastinated that for a hot minute. So Miss Judy, thank you for, I mean, you spent several hours doing that. So
Yeah.
thank you for that.
Sorry, I'm going to share this. I didn't mean to totally interrupt that,
Oh, you're
but
good.
I'm sharing this to my page.
The big push that we're going to be doing now is pushing to find more donors and get folks that will help sponsor us through your own companies, and also volunteers. Now we're going to really start building our committees. We've got the marketing committee, the social media committee, the donor committee. There's a couple others on there. So if you're interested in just getting involved, this is a team that we're at that point we need to grow. What other committees do we have?
Yep. The Grant and Finance Committee, Fundraising Committee, Social Media, Marketing. And then we have like an advisory, nominating, committee, and then mental health and resources.
Yeah. So
Quite a
if you
few.
guys stopped by yesterday, we had two of the young ladies from the mental health unit here in Bartlesville. So they're attached to Bartlesville police officers,
Hmm.
and they are there for crisis, for mental health crisis. I mean, I assume that they would help support the first responders too, but really they're there as Bartlesville's approach to kind of we've had an uptick of the homeless population, and they have crisis, and so then the mental health unit's able to go and be
Yeah.
there versus the law enforcement side of it. So that's a
A
pretty
little
neat
less
partnership.
daunting. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what those 2 ladies do.
Yeah. They were very welcoming
Yeah,
yesterday.
it was
Yeah.
nice to see them. Um, I think I mean, yesterday was just a successful
It was
day.
awesome. Yeah, it was so nice getting to see them and actually thank them for their services. And I mean, we do all this stuff, but usually John's out distributing the kits, or what however it works, and I don't get to always go to those and see them. So it was nice to be here on site and handing it to them and thanking them personally. So we really do appreciate you guys and all that you do. So that's
Yep,
why we exist.
absolutely. So I think we just wanted to do a quick recap, but the biggest part of this is this: we need help. We've got lots of need out there, and again, our focus is going to be the smaller towns, the rural departments, the agencies that
Yeah, the
do have,
volunteer.
yeah, the volunteer or the small agencies where if they, I mean, Oklahoma had a pretty bad wildfire season, and so an agency losing a truck, they won't
Yeah.
replace that truck for a decade, let
Wow.
alone buy
Wow.
tourniquets. And so that's the bigger thing. And the other side of this is if you see the Jeep, the tribute Jeep, we have the 2022 names. So I don't have the count memorized yet. That's something I will. But if you see the Jeep out and about, there's a whole bunch of writing on the back 2 windows, and what that is all the names of the prior years in the line of duty deaths. So our friends over at Highwayman Signs, they got me hooked up, and got the Jeep already set. We'll redo the names here at the foundation, but it's another way that we pay tribute to those that pay the ultimate sacrifice for us. So to text to donate, again, text bleed kit to 918-856-3977, or you can donate at projecttribute.com. Search us on Venmo or PayPal. You can also bring a check or mail a check to our office or to our PO box,
Hmm.
or just bring in cash. And I've got a card swiper here at the foundation if you want to come buy a shirt in person, or also if it's one of those where it's hey, I can only be in Bartlesville on Wednesdays, give me a shout and I'll try to connect with you after I get off work. And then we can give you a tour of the facility. So it's kind of Saturdays for sure we're open, and then throughout the rest of the week it's by appointment.
Hmm.
But if you need to have questions, or if you can connect us with donors, that's the next thing that we really need help, because we've got
Yeah.
K County on deck, and that's $5,800 is what we're trying to raise.
Yep. Thank you. We could not do it without you guys. So we appreciate you.
All right. Anything else?
That's all I got.
Cool. Good work yesterday.
Thanks. You too.
Thanks. All right. Have a good one.
You too.
I gotta find the mouse here.